I'm back with Greg, and we're also joined by Kristen Taylor with Legacy Retirement Group. This is the season of lists, wish lists, shopping lists, so it's only appropriate we take time for a year-end financial checklist. Kristen, welcome.
Hello.
What's the best way to start?
Well, you know, we were putting away our patio furniture this weekend and talking about the things you have to do to get ready for winter. And it kind of segued into a conversation for us about our budget and our business budget, because there's things that need to be done there. And we thought this would be a great time to talk to the viewers about a financial checklist.
Wonderful. And so, something that, well, after we size up our portfolio, you say that we need to try to put any losses to work. So what do you mean by putting your losses to work?
Yeah, so there are some tax advantages to actually taking a loss. I mean, of course, we don't want to take losses, but if you have taken losses in your investments, then there are tax advantages there where you can use those capital gains, capital losses to offset income. And then also using this time to really look at how much risk you're taking, and sizing up that risk is really, really important, because you need to look at how much risk you're willing to take, but also how much you can afford to take.
Right, and I think a lot of people don't realize exactly how much you can afford to take, you know, and how much they're actually taking. That probably, I would say the average family that comes in, they don't realize how much risk they're taking. And so some of these losses that they have already taken, as we heard from in our last segment, they lost 9%. This year. So what do you do about that? Well, you can write some of that off on your taxes, but also you need to assess whether or not the amount you're taking is too much.
That's got to be scary for some folks.
It is.
Now, next is something that I've heard you mention, max the match. For those not in the know, what is max the match?
You never want to leave any free anything, especially free money, on the table.
Okay.
So if your employer is matching your 401k contributions, you certainly want to put in that amount so that you can pick up any free money that's being put on the table.
Right, we're getting close to Christmas, right? And what better gift to give your family than free money from your employer? So take note of how much your company is willing to match in your 401k and see how much you've already contributed, and make sure that you max that out before the end of the year, because if you don't use it, you lose it. And we don't want you to lose any free money, because that's always the best money.
An important note on that as well is to make sure you're doing your contributions to your HSA or your health savings account, because if you're over 50, you're also able to contribute a catch-up amount into that account, and that's money you can use for any healthcare items, prescription drugs, things of that nature. So you want to take advantage of that.
Even things like glasses or dental work that a lot of times people don't have adequate coverage there. You can fund that into your health savings account and now use it for those dollars. You get to tax deduct it when you put it in, and it's tax free when you take it out. What a great way to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks should remember that. Now, another thing people forget is their beneficiaries. What should we be checking on?
Oh, this is big.
Yeah, really big. We see this all the time with people coming in. Sometimes they'll have an ex-spouse on there. How awful would that be to leave all your retirement nest egg to next? But then there's also where grandchildren haven't been added on that have been born throughout the year. So we see a lot of our clients this time of year are calling in and making those changes on their accounts.
And finally, going for as many tax-free options as possible, you say. So what are the big ones?
Well, the biggest one right now, the one that's at least most relevant and what people recognize, is the Roth IRA. And that is where you take your money, you pay tax on it first, you put it into a Roth IRA. Now that money is going to grow tax-free. As long as you meet certain qualifications, every dime that comes out later is going to be tax-free as well. Now this can be huge when you get to retirement and you start claiming Social Security. If your other dollars coming in are tax-free dollars, now you don't pay tax on your Social Security.
Very nice.
Awesome.
We have less than a minute left, and you have an offer that we need to let folks know about.
Yes, we do. Our friend Patrick Kelly has written an awesome book called The Retirement Miracle. It's going to talk about strategies on how to get market-linked growth potential without stock market risk or losses, how to take advantage of some of these tax-free things we talked about today, like the Roth IRA, and other strategies that we didn't have time for today. And anyone that's over 50 that calls within the next 30 minutes, absolutely complimentary, this book. It's a great read, well worth your getting, and I hope many people will call.
All right. Thank you so much, Kristen,
you.
Greg.
Oh, you're welcome.
And remember, if you want to review any past segments from Legacy Retirement Group, visit NBC4i.com/daytime and click on the box that says Ohio's Retirement Coach.
Thank you.